Huntsville season 4, episode 9. And we saw that Kimmy neutralized Martel. She banned him from the party. And what I'm wondering is it time to ban Wanda too? I'm starting to think it's time to ban Wanda as well. I did get a little irritated in this episode because I still get irritated by Martel because he don't seem to really learn any lessons. And, you know, even when you don't see him for a while, when he does show up, it seems like he in the same place he was where you left him. And that starts to irritate me and get on my nerves. But you know what? Kimmy is the queen of breaking stuff down to people and getting right to the root of stuff. And she does it in a way in which doesn't come off mean. I love the way when people start saying something that's wrong, Kimmy goes, no, 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 no. I'll be cracking up when Kimmy stops a mid-sentence, go, oh, no, 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 no. Martel's still talking about this. Why are you choosing Melody over me? Competition, competition, competition. You know, I always said that this was a big part of Martel's problem with Melody. Martel has always been jealous and envious of Melody. Whether people like Melody or not, Melody has what's called that it factor. That it factor is something that is just, some people just have it, and Melody has it and probably has always had it, and Martel knows that Melody can do things and get things done. Sometimes it may even seem like she's not even trying that hard. Maybe it does seem like she's trying, but she has what's called an it factor, and Martel has always been jealous of it. And that whole thing with that coastline girl, part of that was just to get back at Melody, to punish Melody, to get over on Melody. That's why he also didn't mind hiding it and did it all up front, because he really wanted Melody to see it, because he wanted her to see it so he could hurt her even more. He just has this jealousy streak about Melody that just won't go away. It doesn't matter if they're married or divorced. It can't die within him. Martel has this insecurity about him that really comes out when Melody's around. It's almost as if when she's shining, it makes him feel less than, and so he's got to always put her down. I mean, you're seeing it post-divorce. Melody's out here thriving and growing, and Martel is still running around trying to beg and plead for people to do business with him. Sometimes it's kind of sad to watch. And when Martel always talks about Melody as this yes girl, or she only wants girls who are yes girl, what he's pointing out is that people are attracted to Melody's it factor. And so she probably does get a lot of hanging on people coming around her, trying to eat some of the fruit that done fell off her tree. And she has probably had to put boundaries on people who try to use her. Because let me tell you, when you are that type of a person, people can see that in you and people are drawn to it. And sometimes what you do is you attract users. You really do. So you do have to be more guarded in who you allow in your circle. So Melody's probably learning that, you know, all friends can't be her friends. Everybody ain't there for the good. Some people are there to use you. And so she's having to decide, you know, who can be her friends and who can't be her friends. Does that mean that Melody is perfect? Does that mean Melody handles every situation the way I think she should handle it? No, I don't think that. But I also see what goes on between her and Martel. And Martel is jealous of Melody. He really is. But let me tell you, Kimmy got him all the way together. She told him, listen, you are an igniter. Wherever you go, stuff follows you. Stuff I don't like. And what she's saying is, I don't want that around me. I don't want that energy around me. I don't want that trickle down effect that whatever's on you is going to get on anyone around you. And Martel had the nerve to say, well, it's just not me, but if you're in my vicinity, well, that's the point, Martel. That's exactly what happens. Because for you, you're willing to let everybody else go down so you can save yourself. He is so intent on what's best for him, he could care less of how it affects other people. So Kimmy is right. Listen, when you're dealing with a person who cares more about themselves than you're right. You have to limit your engagement with them. You have to limit their access to your life, because otherwise you're going to be at the downfall with a downfall. But this Wanda mess, you know, I'm at the point in time now where I think it is time to ban Wanda. I know Wanda tries to use this so-called mother card with these ladies, because she's so-called the mother of of all the people up here in terms of she's the oldest. But she doesn't act the oldest. So she wants to hide behind the mother card in terms of everybody should respect people's mothers. But she's so disrespectful to everybody else. I'm getting to the point now where I think it's going to be time that Kimmy does with Wanda what she did with Martel. and that is she gonna have to get disinvited, or should I say uninvited, not disinvited, because the invitation shouldn't even be extended. She gonna need to be not invited at all. I know Wanda likes to enter every room and say, I'm here to protect my daughter. I'm here to protect my daughter. That's her leading sentence when she walks into a room. When basically we know now that when she leads off with, I'm here to protect my daughter, you know it's going to be some bull crap going on. Because that's the way she likes to preface everything. Hurricane Wanda. Well, let me tell you something. I figured out that Wanda protecting Tisha is her secondary reason for being there. Her first reason is Wanda likes the attention. She likes the spotlight. She likes the camera time. Wanda likes being on this show, and she has figured out that this is a way that she can come on this show and be on this show. Wanda is there more for herself than she is for her daughter. She may believe she's really there to protect Tisha, but really, her needs have become more important than Tisha's needs. Tisha has told her mother over and over again, I don't want you doing this. I don't want you saying this. So for Wanda to continually doing it and saying she's doing it for her daughter, that's a lie. And she's not only lying to us, she's lying to herself if Wanda really believes that. I don't know if Wanda's acting, but if she really believes it, then she's delusional. Because when your daughter is crying and her husband is now crying, and you still believe that this fight you're fighting is for your daughter, you're delusional. Listen, when people out here think they're doing something for someone, but that person is feeling hurt by what you're doing, you're no longer giving. It's not a gift if you shoving it down my throat, okay? Keep your gift. If your gift makes me gag and cough and cry, I don't want your gift. It's no longer a gift. It's hurting me. So for Wanda to keep saying she's helping Tisha, you're not helping Tisha. You hurting her friendships. You're hurting her marriage. You hurting her. It's not a gift, Wanda. It's so funny because last episode, Wanda asked Tisha, are you so blinded because you so in love with this man you don't want to see the truth? Well, I could ask Tisha that same question about Wanda. Is she so blinded by the love of her mother that she doesn't see what her mother is doing to her and her marriage? It's really the same question. Wanda is asking Tisha about boundaries and whether or not she's thinking with a clear head. Well, guess what? Is she thinking about a clear head when she lets you come to parties all the time? That's what I'm saying. I know Tisha loves her mother. Her mother has probably done a lot for her whole life, and she loves and appreciates your mother. But after a point in time, you got to ask yourself, is the love causing you more pain? She might need to draw some boundaries around her mother, bigger boundaries than what she's drawn. Whether Marceau is cheating or not, allegedly on Tisha, at this point in time, that's no longer Wanda's job to do that. It is not a person's job to hammer the truth into someone's head, whether we believe it's the truth, it's not the truth, proof or not. You know what? Let's say I have a friend that's overweight and I think she's overweight, she needs to lose weight. But let's say she don't think she's overweight. Let's say she thinks she looks good. It's not my job to go to her every single time and keep telling her she's overweight, to hold up a picture to her and tell her, look, see how fat you are. Look how fat you are. When are you going to get it? When are you going to accept the truth? When are you going to admit that you're fat? That's not my job to do that. Sure, you may want to say something to her once, just like Wanda might have wanted to say something to Tisha. But after the person has told you, I don't want to hear this anymore, your words are hurting me, you need to leave it alone. Tisha got a lot of decisions to make. I don't know what she's going to do, but it's starting to cause a lot of pain in her relationship and her marriage. And she's going to need to draw some boundaries, not only around her mother, but around her family. They talk about leave and cleave. Tisha going to have to open up that Bible and maybe read a little bit about that. Because it might be time to leave a couple of these people behind, Tisha. Tisha might need to take a page out of Melody's book and leave a couple of people behind. She might want to think about it. But anyway, I did a video on love and marriage for the DC version as well. It's right here above my head. Click on it and you can watch that review as well. Talk to you later. Bye.